This year was, without a doubt, one of the best years in wrestling ever. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Vicente Yante with another DVD review, and I haven't done one of these in a long time, guys. I was at my old house when I did a DVD review. As you can tell by my bedspread, I'm at the new house, and my bed is much bigger. So, yeah. But anyway, enough about all that. So, we're going to be reviewing the WWE pay-per-view DVDs of one of my favorite years, 2001. Now, I don't have all of them per se because, well, actually I do, but they did not release No Way Out 2001. That was only available on VHS, which quite frankly should have been released on DVD as well, but it's VHS only, guys, so that kind of sucks. So, and I'm not going to go out of my way and buy bootleg copies of No Way Out because it's not me. I like the original. Anyway, alright, so kicking it off with the bang. Here we go. Kicking it off with the 2001 Royal Rumble. This was one of my favorite Royal Rumbles. Stone Cold went on to win. And take a look at the back. And yeah. Of course, you have other matches. You had Triple H versus Kurt Angle for the WWF title. You had China versus Ivory for the Women's Championship. You also had the Dudley Boys versus Edge and Christian, which opened up the show, by the way. Yeah, solid pay-per-view. Next up, even though it's not in the sequential order, but we're going to go with WrestleMania 17, one of my favorite WrestleManias. This DVD cost me a lot of money, guys. I paid like, I think, $200 for this. Brand new, sealed and everything. It had the plastic cellophane wrap and all that. And special 2 DVD set. This was one of the best WrestleManias ever put on. This was here in Houston, by the way, at the Reliant Astrodome. Main evented by The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. This was the night when Stone Cold turned into a bad guy. I'm not going to say the word heel because, quite frankly, that word sounds retarded and I don't like it. Wrestling terminology is retarded, if you ask me. It's stupid. So, yeah. So, Stone Cold did not turn heel. He turned into a bad guy. Enough with the heel babyface crap. You guys are making me sick with that. Yeah, I get really annoyed with people who overuse the terminology, you know. But it is what it is, you know. I have my way, people have theirs, but I don't like it. That's why I get annoyed with YouTubers when they say, oh, well, they turn heel. Shut up. Anyway, this is the back of the DVD. So, yeah. Pretty cool DVD, guys. I love WrestleMania 17. I didn't like the ending, per se, because that was when Stone Cold blasted Rock with a chair and he joined Vince McMahon. So, yeah. Next up on the list is Backlash. Backlash 2001. Really excellent show. This pay-per-view, it was pretty good. It was a follow-up to WrestleMania. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle had one of the greatest wrestling matches in WrestleMania on that show. But, of course, you know, and they even had a sequel follow-up match here, which was an Ultimate Submission match, which Benoit, or I think Angle, I don't know, because Kurt Angle won the first match at WrestleMania 17. But in this one, I kind of forgot because I haven't watched it in a long time. I think it was either a draw or I don't remember. But anyway, solid pay-per-view follow-up to Backlash. You had Triple H and Stone Cold against Kane and The Undertaker and as our main event. Yeah, Triple H and Stone Cold had joined forces against the Brothers of Destruction. And yeah, because obviously Triple H fought Undertaker at WrestleMania. And Kane won the hardcore title only to lose it, you know. So, solid pay-per-view. There's a back. Oh, a Big Show. Yeah, the Big Show did fight Shane McMahon. Speaking of Shane McMahon, he actually beat Vince McMahon at WrestleMania. So that was pretty cool. So, yeah, anyway. So, yeah, Backlash 2001. Good show. Next up, Judgment Day. There's Triple H and Stone Cold. So, yeah, there's the back. Yeah, Stone Cold and The Undertaker were the last match. They went on last for the WWF Championship. You also had Chris Jericho. No, actually, Chris Jericho. Yeah, Chris Jericho and Chris Benoit actually won Tag Team Turmoil. So, yeah. And speaking of Chris Jericho, at Backlash and WrestleMania, he fought William Regal. So, he fought William Regal at WrestleMania 17. And then he fought Regal again at Backlash. So, Yeah. And of course, on this night, Regal fought Rikishi for the Intercontinental Championship. So, yeah, solid pay-per-view. Kane versus Triple H for the Intercontinental title in a steel chain match. Great match. All right, next up is King of the Ring. One of the more exciting pay-per-views of the year. We had Edge winning the King of the Ring tournament. We also had Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon in one of the most vicious street fights ever produced. I mean, Shane McMahon suffered a serious concussion because Kurt Angle belly-to-belly suplexed him through those glass things on the entranceway, those King of the Ring logos or whatever. Funny, they would actually release an action figure of Shane McMahon that came with those little thingies to suplex him through. So, yeah, but I didn't really buy that one. So, I'm not like these crazy figure collectors who waste all their money on that crap. So, yeah. TV-14. So, yeah, this was a very good time in WWF when wrestling was really, really amazing. There was no Roman Reigns, thank God. Can't stand that piece of turd. Yeah, I'm trying not to curse too much in these videos nowadays, but, you know. Oh, by the way, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, and Stone Cold main evented this show. This also marked the debut of Booker T, and this was also the night where Chris Benoit broke his neck. So, anyway. This is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the 2001 era, Invasion. Of course, this was the night when, as you can see down here, WCW, ECW versus WWF. This was the inaugural brawl. This was the main event with Stone Cold, Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, Undertaker, Kane, and Chris Jericho against Rhino, Booker T, the Dudley Boys, and Diamond Dallas Page. And this was also the night when Stone Cold once again turned into a bad guy and sided with the villains. So also we had RVD versus Jeff Hardy for the Intercontinental title. Great match. We also had Taz versus Tajiri, which is one of my favorite matches. The Acolytes versus Chuck Palumbo and Sean O'Hare. Everybody knows I'm a big APA fan. Well, I'll be damned, man. Give me another beer. Yeah, that's my Ron Simmons impression. Anyway, also we had Mike Awesome and Lance Storm against Edge and Christian. And that was actually the opening match with Lance Storm and Mike Awesome cutting a promo in the ring, and then Edge and Christian came out, had a great tag match. JR and Michael Cole did a great job on the commentary. All in all, a great show. You had the tag team bra and panties match between Lita and Trish Stratus against Stacy Keibler and Tori Wilson. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. All in all, a great show. Other matches include Raven versus William Regal, X-Pac versus Billy Kidman, and Big Show, Prince Albert, and Billy Gunn against the team of Sean Stasiak, Chris Kanyon, and He Morris, who would later be known as Bill DeMott. Anyway, SummerSlam 2001. This marked the first pay-per-view return of The Rock after being suspended after WrestleMania. So The Rock would fight Booker T in this main event. So this was actually the match where The Rock would totally win, and it was a good match. Everybody doesn't give it as much credit as it should. Stone Cold versus Kurt Angle. You also had, what else was on here? The Undertaker and Kane against DDP and Kanyon for the tag team titles. And I think that's pretty much, I mean, I don't know all the matches by heart, but this was a solid SummerSlam. And I'm not a really big fan of SummerSlam per se, but this was a really good SummerSlam, even though the WWE title match had a crappy finish. So, all right, following up with Unforgiven 2001. Excellent show. There you see Stone Cold on the cover. And I almost dropped it. Kurt Angle and Stone Cold had a match for the WWF title, which would go on to be Kurt Angle's big win. This was actually emanating from Pittsburgh, by the way. And also we had the very questionable tag match between the Brothers of Destruction and Chronic. Of course, Undertaker and Kane versus Brian Clark and Brian Adams. That match was kind of a botch fest, to say the least. Everybody doesn't like it. I mean, I don't mind it. It's not the best match, but it is what it is. The Rock versus Booker T and Shane McMahon for the WCW Championship. Excellent show. Even Tajiri versus Rhino for the U.S. title, and then you had Perry Saturn versus Raven, which was just a pointless match that they could have done that on like an episode of Raw or SmackDown, but that was when Perry Saturn was infatuated with Moppy. I remember that. Yeah, me neither. I like Perry Saturn. He's cool. No Mercy 2001. Kurt Angle on the cover with his gold medal. Of course, you had Stone Cold versus RVD versus Kurt Angle for the WWF title. You had The Rock versus Chris Jericho for the WCW title. This was when Jericho was slowly morphing into like the bad guy that he became later on in the year, which we'll get to once we get to the next couple pay-per-views. I don't remember the entire match card because I haven't watched this in a long time. I need to get back to watching this. I know there was like a bikini lingerie contest between, I think it was Tori Wilson. I don't know. Like I said, I have to go back and watch it because I haven't seen this in a while. Undertaker versus Booker T. Great show. Really great show. Of course, Paul Heyman and Jim Ross handled the commentary. One of my favorite pay-per-views from this era, Survivor Series 2001. Very excellent show. Very great. There you see there's the main event of the main event of Survivor Series. That particular year you had Undertaker, Kane, Chris Jericho, Big Show, and The Rock taking on the team of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, RVD, Shane McMahon, and Kurt Angle. And one of the most very exciting Survivor Series main events. As you can see right there, it says winner take all. That was the theme of this particular Survivor Series. The theme song was provided by Puddle of Mud. I think the song, it's called Control. I love the way you look at me, and I don't know the rest of the words. Anyway, so great show. There were other matches. There were the Immunity Battle Royal, which was won by Test. They had Edge versus Test for the unification of the U.S. and Intercontinental Championships. The Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys in a steel cage, unifying both tag team titles. You also had Christian versus Al Snow for the European title. You also had Regal versus Tajiri in pretty much a throwaway match, just a filler match, which was like, whatever. And it was what it was. Regal won. And they even had like a women's fatal four-way with Trish Stratus getting the win. I know it was Trish, Ivory, Jacqueline, and I think, was it Jacqueline? I don't remember, but I know Jazz made her debut a part of this show. So, really great show, guys. Survivor Series 2001. Excellent show. There's the back for you. So, and lastly, the final pay-per-view, surprisingly, was not Armageddon, but this is Vengeance. This took place on December 9th, 2001. One of the most awesome theme songs, Drowning Pool. I think, the song is called Sinner. And, of course, you have the slogan here. It says, one undisputed championship. Or one undisputed champion. There you see both belts there. I know they had a slogan, 4 men, 3 matches, 2 championships, and only 1 winner. Some stupid crap like that. But there's your cover. There's Stone Cold, Kurt Angle, The Rock, and Chris Jericho. And, of course, Chris Jericho turned his back on Team WWE at Survivor Series, sided up with, pretty much WWF won, but Jericho became like this egotistical, maniacal butthole who wanted to go after the championships. And he won on this night. He actually won the titles. It was a crooked way the way he won because there was a lot of interference from Mr. McMahon and Booker T and, but it was what it was. Also on this night we had Big Show and Kane against the Dudley Boys. We also had Regal and Edge, which kicked off their feud. Very good show, all in all, if you ask me. Undertaker versus RVD for the hardcore title. So, yeah. So that's pretty much going to do it, guys. That's the entire WWE, WWF 2001 pay-per-view DVD review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite WWF 2001 pay-per-view. Now, before I wrap the video up, a lot of people complain about the invasion angle. Guys, stop, okay? Seriously. The invasion angle was what it was. Yes, they could have booked it a lot better. They could have brought in the major stars like Sting or Goldberg. But you know what? I'll take it for whatever it was. I know a lot of people, like, I used to watch this YouTube channel called What Culture Wrestling. I actually quit watching them because they just keep catering towards the flippy-do garbage that everybody seems to love nowadays, which I think is trash. So, and then they keep, like, this one guy, I don't think he's with that website anymore, Adam Blompier. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He did, like, a series where he, like, how to book this. I'm like, dude, you can't fix it. It is what it is. Yes, the invasion angle could have gone until Mania 18, but then, you know, if it would have gone that far, if it would have gone that far, we probably would have never gotten a Hogan versus Rock. So I'm kind of glad that it ended when it did at Survivor Series 2001. So, you know, it was what it was. So, yep. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for the video. Shout outs go to Mike Gamer, Brian X64, and Matt Ramon. So, thank you guys for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. And once again, just be safe and take care. All right. Adios, amigos.